Hey guys, don't forget, if you can, hit subscribe. We're almost to 30,000 subscribers, I believe, and that's awesome. And also check out the website at theartofguitar.com for more information, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Art of Guitar here. You'll have to excuse my voice, I'm just getting over a crazy cold. Today I wanted to go over a problem that a lot of people have when they first start playing guitar. After they learn a few chords, they want to be able to strum some songs and keep up with it. And a lot of people have trouble with the basic concept of which direction to strum. And this could be kind of difficult at first because they aren't aware that there's a pattern and sort of an efficient way to do this that will work universally. So once you learn a few of these basic ideas, you can use them on all sorts of songs, all sorts of styles of music. So here's the best advice I've ever come up with as far as being able to strum along to any song. I break it down to 4 basic strums in the beginning. And the way I like to teach strums is with an arrow system, and letting you know that basically you just go downstrokes and upstrokes. So I have a down arrow and an up arrow. And what's going to happen is if you see a down arrow that's filled in, it basically means your hand's going to go in that direction and you're going to make contact with the strings. So a down arrow that's filled in is that. A down arrow that's empty, you still go down, but you miss the strings. That's a huge factor. Huge, important factor. Now what we're going to do is we also have upstrokes. So an up arrow that is filled in, you probably figured it out. You do an upstroke and you make contact with the strings. And then an empty upstroke is just an upstroke without hitting the strings. Okay, so that's the best way that I have to explain strums, and when I write it out, it seems to make more sense to people. Now keep in mind, if you do the correct down and upstrokes, your arm should look like this when you're strumming. It should just be a constant motion. The biggest problem I see with beginning strummers is they strum and their arms get all herky-jerky and there's no rhythm to it. Remember, rhythm should flow, and the way to make it flow is to make sure your hand is in constant motion like that. I say hand, but a lot of people say you're moving your whole arm. This isn't the best way to strum, by the way. This basically will get you tired and your elbow will start to hurt and stuff. So at a high level, strumming actually becomes more of a wrist motion. Okay, we cover all that on the website, but I thought I'd throw that in real quick just in case you had that habit of using either your whole arm. Pete Townsend can do it, but it's not good to do it all the time. So try not to use your whole arm. Just use your wrists, and we go over sort of the rotation idea on the website. Okay, so let's get right to the 4 basic strums that I teach right off the bat, but let's start off with the most basic strum, 4 downstrokes. Now, a lot of people think it's really obvious, 4 downstrokes, it's kind of basic and dumb, but go ahead and make whatever chord. We'll just go with the G chord because a lot of people are in G right off the bat. I like to do the modern G. I call it the modern G, but it's probably been around forever. It's where you have the 2 fingers here instead of just the 1, but either one will work. It's totally fine. You could even do what I call the folk G, F-O-L-K G, and that looks like that. That's good if you're going to do certain styles of music like play the Eagles or something. Okay, I'm just going to go with this one because it's the most comfortable one to hold. Now we're going to take our picks, and all I want you to do is 4 downstrokes, but what I'm going to put on the screen is the way I like to write it down for people. So we're basically going to have a downstroke, and then an invisible upstroke. So you bring your hand up, but you don't hit the strings. Another downstroke, another invisible upstroke, down, invisible up, down, invisible up. And a lot of people think, oh, it's obvious that you do an upstroke after each downstroke. How else are you going to hit another downstroke? But I really have to use the arrows at this point so that when it gets more complex, it'll make sense, okay? So let's try that again. Ready? Go. Down, then up without hitting the strings. Down, up, and then down and up. Don't forget that last up. It's very important. If you do go down and keep it down because you don't follow the up arrow, you're stuck down here, and then when you have to hit another downstroke, you have to panic and hurry up and come up. You don't want that to happen. So make it a nice circular feel. It's kind of a Zen thing, the circular picking. This isn't truly circular picking, by the way, but I'll call it circular strumming. Circular picking is a cool lead technique that we learn on the website as well. Okay, I'll shut up about the website. Okay, now let's go ahead and go to the next strum pattern. So by the way, the last one is the first one to start off with. Even if it's basic, I want you to try it with different chords as well. So you could go like down, 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 and then switch to D maybe. Do that, try to smoothly switch back to G. That's just a good way to practice, like that. Let's go ahead and do the second strum pattern. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down, invisible up, down, invisible up, and then just down, up, but this time make contact, and then down, invisible up. Okay, let's try that again. Ready? Go. Down, up without hitting the strings, down, up without contact, and then down, up, down, all contact. And then finally, just an invisible upstroke. That way you're back to starting position. Okay, I'm gonna do that a little bit at like a medium speed, then a little bit faster. Here we go. Down, invisible up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. A little faster. Sounds pretty good when you get going on it. I like it. One thing that's kind of cool about this is if you do it the correct way with the invisible ups and all that, your arm will just feel like it's flowing like I talked about earlier instead of this. This is what I see sometimes. Down, down, up, down, up. That would be the opposite at the end. It's backwards. And you can see right away my hand looks kind of weird. You don't want to see that when you're watching someone play guitar. It's just awkward. It doesn't feel right. So this is much more rhythm oriented. To do it the right way. I say right way, and I mean 95% of the time you're going to want to do that. There's some exceptions. In the future you can learn about those. Okay, now for the third strum, we're just basically going to put the upstroke earlier. So it's going to end up being this. Ready? Go. Down, invisible up, and then down, up, down, hitting all the strings each time. Invisible up, and then a down, up. That one's kind of weird at first. So one more time. Down, invisible up, down, up, down. Invisible up, down, up. What's nice about that one is you're already on the up, so you're ready to just do it again. Let me slowly speed this one up and check out how it ends up sounding. Now if I tied two of these together, it's kind of weird because it just starts flowing because the end of the last one will connect to the beginning of the next one and it ends up like merging together. Check this out. After a while, you're just thinking down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. There's no more down, up, stop. It's just down, up, down because they merge together. So that one sounds great, kind of fast. Here we go. Turns into some Irish death metal strum or something. Okay, so you get the idea of that. After a while, your hand just going cha 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 cha. It's kind of like you have an egg shaker in your hand and you're shaking it in rhythm. You wouldn't shake a shaker like this. It would never feel good. So instead, your hand just keeps moving. All right. It's a great feeling once you lock into that rhythm. Okay, the last one. This is the one I call the John Mellencamp strum. And it confuses a lot of people because there's something brand new with this strum that the other three did not have. Maybe you could tell, but it's the first time there's a downstroke that's empty. So you're going to do a ghost downstroke that's going to make you feel like you're falling off balance for a second. So if you can master this one, I promise you a lot of strums are going to open up to you, okay? So here we go, real slow. Ready? Go. Down, invisible up, down, up, invisible down, up, down, And then remember at the end, we still have to bring it up invisibly so that we can get back to the beginning. So if you want to think of it in just terms of down and ups, it'd be down, down, up, down. I like to say it that way because that's how the rhythm feels. Down, down, up, down. So let's go slow one last time. Ready? Go. Down, down, up, invisible downstroke, up, down, and then bring it back to the beginning up here. Here's what a lot of people do. They go down, down, up, and they hold their arm up. And then they're supposed to do another upstroke, and it feels confusing, so they drop it down, and they don't know what to do. So those two ups are kind of deceiving, because you feel like you're going up, and it feels like a contrary motion. That's going to feel strange at first for some of you, but eventually it's going to feel right to go up, like that. It's like you're reversing gravity. It's so strange. Actually, it's not like reversing gravity. I don't know what I mean, but you get the idea. So let's go ahead and try that one last time. Down, invisible up, down, up, invisible down, up, down. And then just come back to starting up position, and you're ready for the next one. So if I slowly speed this up, you're going to feel the groove, I hope, and then it'll click in eventually once you understand how it feels and how it sounds when it's played correctly. Okay, real slow. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. That's why I call it the Mellencamp strum. Sounds a lot like Pink Houses. Okay, now if I moved it around with different chords, it would sound like this. Remember, not this. It's this. That could also be known as the Eagle strum too, I guess. Okay, so those are the four main strums I like to start my students out on, and we're going to go much more in depth with different strums in the future and on the website. If you guys want to check it out, it's at theartofguitar.com, and make sure you practice this as much as possible, and then start throwing it together with the chords that you've already learned, and you should be able to play a large percentage of the songs that you want to play quickly.